Do not scroll away, because this is not an accident. Heaven arranged for you to see this. Your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven, and you were chosen to hear this. If you skip this, you will miss the very truth your soul has been waiting for. Do not scroll away, because this is not an accident. Heaven arranged for you to see this. Your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven, and you were chosen to hear this. If you skip this, you will miss the very truth your soul has been waiting for. Comment I claim this if this message feels meant for you. There is something you could not understand before, but today the veil is being lifted. The angels have been whispering your name, and now they are guiding you into the revelation that has been hidden. Your person did not leave because they stopped loving you. They were forced to walk away. You carried blame in your heart, but heaven says it was never your fault. Dark forces rose against this connection, and pressure was placed upon their spirit until they could no longer stand. They were pushed away by voices that spoke against you and by hands that did not want you to know the truth. But today the truth is being revealed, and heaven says, do not fear, for what was stolen is being restored. You have cried into your pillow at night, asking, why did they go? Why was I not enough? The heavens respond now, child. You were always enough, and more than enough. The breaking was not about your worth. It was about divine timing and a plan that has been hidden behind clouds. The angels stood by your side when your heart shattered, and they carried your tears like precious jewels into heaven's throne room. Not a single moment of your pain has been forgotten, and not one of your prayers has gone unheard. Your person was bound by chains of confusion, but God is sending light to break those chains now. Even when you thought you were abandoned, heaven was fighting battles in the unseen. There was manipulation, there was deception, there were hands pulling strings in the shadows, but the angels have recorded it all. Comment protected, if you know no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Heaven is speaking now, saying, this season of silence is ending, and the shocking truth is coming to you. The truth will not just heal you, it will free you, because no lie can stand against the light that is now entering your life. Your heart was wounded because you believed they chose to leave freely, but the truth is, they wept for you even as they walked away. Inside their soul, they cried your name, but they were pulled in a direction they could not resist. And heaven says, do not carry anger, for they were under forces greater than themselves. Now those forces are being dismantled, and the angels are clearing the way for restoration. The angels have seen your suffering, and heaven has heard the cry you tried to silence within yourself. You thought the silence was rejection, but the silence was a shield protecting you from something far more painful. They were not free to choose, for heavy hands guided their steps, and the weight of others' voices chained their heart. The truth is rising now like the sun breaking through a storm, and you will finally understand what your soul has been sensing all along. You are not forgotten, and you are not abandoned, for heaven has been moving pieces behind the scenes to bring you to this moment. The one who left you still carries your name in the secret places of their spirit, and no darkness can erase what heaven has written. You were chosen to carry this connection, and though it was delayed, it was never destroyed. The enemy tried to bury the truth, but God says, what is hidden will be revealed, and what was stolen will be returned sevenfold. Your tears watered the ground, and now those tears are about to bloom into a harvest of restoration and joy. The time of confusion is ending, and the shocking truth is not meant to break you, but to free you from the weight you carried alone. Even in the silence, their hearts still longed for you, but fear and deception forced them into exile away from you. Type amen if you feel God is speaking to you right now. Do not think for a moment that your prayers were wasted, for every whispered word you sent to heaven has been held close to God's heart. The angels surrounded you in your lowest nights, when you thought no one saw, and they wrote your faith into the book of remembrance. You were called faithful in the courts of heaven, because even when you doubted yourself, you never truly let go of the love that was planted in you. Now the truth comes as light breaking into the darkest corner of your past, and with it comes healing so deep that even your scars will shine. What felt like the end was only the hidden beginning, for God says, behold, I am making all things new, and I am breathing life back into what was forced apart. Your heart was broken by the hands of manipulation, but heaven is restoring it with the hands of mercy. Those who spoke lies about you will be silenced, for truth has a voice, and that voice is thundering now in your favor. You will not be shamed anymore, and you will not be left questioning anymore, because God Himself is answering you in this hour. The heavens declare that the silence you endured was not abandonment, but divine protection that kept you safe while hidden plans unfolded. Even when you felt invisible, you were surrounded by angels who never left your side, and they shielded you from a greater sorrow that you could not yet see. Your person did not walk away because love failed, but because the weight upon them was unbearable and forces beyond their control demanded separation. Their heart was torn in two, loving you but bound by chains of fear, and those chains kept them from speaking the truth their soul longed to confess. Comment, I receive it if you're ready for your miracle. Heaven says to you now, child, it was not your fault, and it was never because you were unworthy, for you have always been chosen and precious in my sight. The truth will set you free, and this truth will not only heal your pain, but open the door to restoration that even you thought impossible. You thought you had been left behind, but in truth you were being positioned ahead, and God was preparing you for something bigger than the pain you endured. The tears you shed were seeds, and though you felt them fall wasted, they have been planted in heavenly soil, and now a harvest of joy is rising. The shocking truth is this: their spirit never stopped calling for you, and even when they walked away, they carried you within them like fire in their bones. They were pressured by others, deceived by lies, and surrounded by those who feared the power of your union, yet heaven has kept your connection alive. Do not let bitterness harden your heart, for the angels are softening the path ahead, and what seemed broken will shine brighter when restored. God is saying now, I am the one who writes destinies, and no hand of man, no lie of the enemy, no barrier of darkness can erase what I have written. Your story was delayed but never destroyed, and the time of revelation is now, as the clouds part and the truth stands uncovered before you. What you thought was rejection was in truth redirection, leading you into deeper faith and strength that prepared you for the miracle about to unfold. Heaven is watching over you, and the angels are rejoicing even now, because the season of silence is breaking into a season of clarity and divine answers. You were chosen to carry this love because it reflects heaven's design, and that is why it was fought so fiercely. But the battle is ending in your favor. The shocking truth is that their love never died. It only slept beneath the weight of fear, but heaven is breathing life into what was buried. You will see signs around you in the coming days, gentle whispers of confirmation that the words you hear now are not imagination, but holy revelation. The very same God who counts the stars and names them has counted your tears, and He promises none of them were in vain. Type 333 if you believe angels are guiding you. Your breakthrough is closer than you think, and the angels are already moving to deliver the message that has been hidden for far too long. The one you thought was lost will reveal their truth, and the shocking confession will heal wounds you thought could never close. Even now, heaven is whispering, wait and see what I will do, for the truth will be greater than the pain you endured. The truth is rising to meet you now, and no power in the seen or unseen can hold it back any longer. The silence that tormented you was never empty. It was filled with the prayers of angels fighting to bring you this moment of revelation. They were forced away from you by circumstances you could not see, but heaven kept watch, and the angels never allowed their love for you to die. Even in their absence, their spirit was reaching for you, and every time your heart cried, their heart felt the echo. This is why you could not let go, and this is why your soul kept waiting, because love that is written by heaven cannot be erased by man. The shocking truth is that they never wanted to leave, and in secret they prayed to find a way back to you. Their silence was not betrayal, it was captivity, and though their voice was bound, their love never stopped speaking your name. God says, do not believe the lies you told yourself in your pain, for you are not unworthy, you are not abandoned, you are my chosen vessel. Every night you thought you were alone, angels were standing over you, holding your tears like holy offerings before my throne. Your pain has been recorded in heaven, and now your healing is being commanded on earth. The time of hidden truth is ending, and the hour of revelation is breaking forth like dawn after the longest night. You will see with your own eyes what was kept from you, and you will know that love was never lost. It was tested. The forces that tried to separate you are trembling now, because they know they cannot stop what heaven has decreed. You were not meant to carry rejection. You were meant to carry restoration, and that restoration begins in this very moment. You will feel a shift in your spirit, a lifting of the weight you carried for so long, as the truth pours light into the places where darkness once lived. Do not fear the truth, for though it will shock you, it will also free you and lead you into peace that your soul has craved. The angels are clearing away the debris of lies, and you will soon walk into a conversation that will change everything. The same mouth that was silenced will speak again, and the words you have waited for will flow like healing water to your wounded heart. Heaven says, "Be still and watch, for I am weaving together what was torn apart, and I am redeeming the years you thought were wasted." Even now, healing is entering your body, comfort is entering your mind, and clarity is entering your spirit. The enemy tried to convince you that it was over, but I declare it is only beginning, and the end will be far greater than the start. Do not dwell in regret, for what you lost was never truly gone, and what seemed stolen is returning with greater glory. Your person was forced to leave you, but now the power that forced them is broken, and the door of truth is opening wide. You thought you were left behind, but in truth you were set apart, hidden beneath God's hand while the storm passed over. The very separation that broke your heart was the separation that protected your spirit, for if you had stayed joined in that moment, the pain would have destroyed you both. Now heaven is saying, the storm is over, and the skies are opening, and you are stepping into the light of clarity. The shocking truth is that their love never died. It was guarded, even from themselves, because they could not carry it in the place they were forced to be. And even as they walked away, their soul clung to yours in silence, refusing to let go of what heaven had joined. You have felt their presence in dreams. You have felt their whisper in the quiet, and those were not illusions. They were real, for love bound in heaven cannot be cut by earth. The angels are saying your name even now, and they are preparing the reunion of truth and the restoration of what was broken. You are being healed from the inside out, for the wounds you carried too long are being washed with the oil of divine mercy. Every sleepless night you thought wasted, every tear you thought forgotten, is now being returned to you as strength and blessing. Your enemies thought they had won, but they will watch in silence as God lifts you up and brings forth a restoration no one can deny. Your heartache is becoming your testimony, and the very thing that crushed you will become the platform where you rise. Do not be afraid, for the truth will not harm you. It will liberate you, and you will see that all along, heaven had a plan greater than the pain. The voice that was silent will break forth again, and when it does, it will not only confess love, but will reveal the chains that once held them captive. And you will finally understand that their leaving was not a choice of rejection, but a wound of circumstance. God is whispering to your soul, I have not forgotten you, and I have not abandoned what I have spoken over your life. The truth that is coming will comfort you more than the lie ever tormented you, and your spirit will breathe again in peace. The days of wondering are ending, and the days of knowing are beginning, and you will stand in awe of how I have worked this together for your good. Even those who try to interfere will not be able to stop what is coming, for I will silence every false voice and raise the truth like a trumpet over your life. This is your moment of breakthrough, the hour you have been prepared for, and the angels rejoice as heaven delivers this message to your heart. Do not turn away, for the very reason you were led here is because your season of waiting is reaching its divine conclusion. You will feel release, you will feel comfort, and you will know with certainty that love never abandoned you. It was hidden, waiting for this hour. And when the truth finally stands before you, you will not tremble in anger, but you will weep in healing, for heaven has been with you all along. You have walked through valleys of sorrow, yet even in your weakness you carried strength you did not know you had. You thought you were forgotten, but in truth you were remembered every moment, your name written in light before the throne of God. The love that seemed lost was never gone. It was hidden behind clouds of confusion, but clouds do not last forever, and the sun always breaks through. The one who left you wept in silence, torn by forces that bound them, longing to stay but pushed into shadows beyond their choosing. Their silence was not cruelty, it was captivity, and though their lips could not speak, their soul never stopped crying your name. Heaven says, I saw it all, I heard it all, and I am the witness that truth was buried but never destroyed. The angels have guarded your heart like a treasure, and now the time of unveiling has come, when truth will shine brighter than lies ever could. Do not fear the revelation, for though it will shock you, it will also set you free, and freedom is the gift heaven gives to those who endure it faithfully. Your prayers rose like incense, and your tears were gathered like pearls, and every moment of your waiting has built an altar of testimony. The enemy fought this connection because it carried light, and darkness always fears the union of souls chosen by God. But what the enemy tried to scatter, heaven is gathering, and what was broken apart is being rewritten by divine hands. You will see their eyes again, and when you do, you will know the truth without question, for the love in them will reveal what words cannot. The shocking truth is that you were never unloved, never unworthy, never forsaken. The leaving was forced, not chosen. And now the chains are breaking, the grip of deception is loosening, and the path is opening for love to return pure and restored. God whispers to your soul, this is your season of revelation. This is your season of comfort. This is your season of divine breakthrough. The angels are preparing the way before you, moving obstacles, silencing enemies, and guiding you into the moment of truth that changes everything. You have suffered, but now you will rejoice. You have wept, but now you will laugh. You have waited, but now you will receive. Do not cling to fear, for perfect love is drawing near, and this love has been written for you since the foundations of the world. Even now, heaven is pouring healing into your heart, so that when truth comes, you are ready to embrace it with peace and not with bitterness. The same God who parted seas and calmed storms is the God who now parts the lies and calms your spirit. Be still and know, child, that what was once hidden is being revealed, and what once seemed lost is returning in a greater form. Your story is not ending in pain. It is unfolding into glory, and you will stand as a testimony of divine restoration. You thought the separation was the end, but it was only the pause in a symphony heaven is still composing. Every note of your story has meaning. Every silence carries weight, and now the music of truth is about to rise again. They were pulled away from you not because they stopped caring, but because dark hands sought to break what they could not control. Heaven shielded you, for though your heart ached, you were being protected from deeper wounds that would have crushed your spirit. Do you see now, beloved? The leaving was not a rejection of you. It was an act of war against something holy. And because heaven allowed the storm, you are stronger now, your spirit refined like golden fire, your tears turned into diamonds in God's hand. The shocking truth will not only free you, it will lift you to places you could not have reached had you stayed in the shadows of half-truths. For too long you carried the weight of unanswered questions, but soon you will carry the joy of undeniable revelation. Your person's love was never erased, only buried, and like a seed pressed into soil, it is now rising to bloom again. You felt them in your dreams because their soul never stopped reaching for you, even when their body walked away. This is why you could not fully move on, why your spirit clung to hope. It was not foolishness, it was divine tethering. The angels say, child, you were never wrong to believe. You were never foolish to hope, for heaven planted that knowing in you. Now comes the moment where knowing becomes seeing, and seeing becomes healing, and healing becomes testimony. Do not fear what is coming, for it is not another wound. It is restoration wrapped in shocking truth. You will learn that what you thought was betrayal was bondage, and what you thought was abandonment was captivity. But chains cannot last forever, and the power that held them is breaking even now, as angels war in your favor. Soon the words you longed for will be spoken, not in hesitation, but in truth, and you will hear what your heart has always known. The silence will be broken, and the confession will come like water to a thirsty land, reviving what once seemed dead. God says, I am the restorer of what was stolen, the lifter of heads bowed in shame, the healer of wounds too deep for man. You will stand and testify not only of loss, but of miraculous restoration, for this is the plan that was hidden until now. The truth will shock many, but it will heal you, and in your healing others will see that heaven fights for those who keep faith. You were chosen not just to endure, but to reveal the glory of what happens when love is written by the hand of God Himself. So lift your head, beloved, for the night is ending, and the dawn of your revelation is breaking over you. Even as you listen, angels are arranging encounters, moving hearts, and preparing the very moment where truth and love collide. You will no longer live in the shadow of unanswered questions, but you will stand in the light of undeniable answers. The one who was forced to leave will speak, and their voice will carry freedom, confession, and love reborn. And when that moment comes, you will know that heaven has been with you every step, and nothing was ever wasted. The angels are standing guard around you, and they have watched every moment when you thought no one cared, when you thought you were forgotten. Heaven has seen how you carried pain in silence, and that silent strength has been recorded as faith, as proof of your endurance. You thought your waiting was wasted, but nothing with God is wasted, and every tear you shed is now becoming a key to unlock your future. They were pulled from your side not by choice, but by pressure, by fear, by hands that worked in shadows to break what God had built in light. Yet what is built in light cannot be destroyed by darkness, and the flame you thought was extinguished was only hidden, waiting for breath to return. Your person's love for you was never buried. It was silenced, and even in silence it beat steady, like a heart refusing to stop. This is why you felt them in your spirit, why your soul could not fully close the door, because heaven had not written the final word. The shocking truth is rising now, and soon it will be placed in your hands, undeniable and clear, wiping away years of confusion. God says to you now, child, I have been with you in every lonely night, in every unanswered question, and now I bring you into understanding. What seemed like abandonment was a test, and what seemed like rejection was a hidden redirection toward greater healing. The enemy thought your faith would die in the silence, but instead your faith grew stronger, rooted deeper, shining brighter. And because you did not give up, because you held on even when your heart was weary, heaven now pours breakthrough into your path. You will hear their voice again, and when you do, it will carry confession, apology, and love that no longer hides. They will reveal that leaving you tore them apart, and that every step away from you was a step into regret. And you will understand at last that love never left. It was pressed down, hidden, yet unbroken. The angels are rejoicing because the hour of revelation is here, the season of answers is upon you, and your spirit will finally rest. No longer will you walk heavy with doubt, for truth is coming to lift the weight from your shoulders and heal the wound in your chest. You are not forgotten. You are not unloved. You are not forsaken. You are chosen, treasured, and guarded by heaven itself. Even the separation was turned for your good, for it carved in you a strength and compassion that could not have grown in easy seasons. Now you will carry both love restored and wisdom gained, and the two together will make you unshakable. Your story will not end in sorrow, but in testimony, and many will see what God has done in you and give Him glory. For this is not just about you, beloved. This is about the light you will carry to others who are broken, confused, and waiting for a miracle. Your healing will heal others. Your restoration will inspire others. Your testimony will set others free. And the angels sing now over you, because the truth that once hid in shadows is about to step into glorious light. The pain you carried was never wasted. It was shaping you into the vessel that it could hold the blessing now coming. The tears you shed watered the ground of your destiny, and now heaven commands those tears to bear fruit. The truth you longed for will not only comfort you, it will crown you with honor in the very places where you were humiliated. Those who mocked you in your silence will witness your restoration, and they will know that the hand of God has been upon you all along. Your person was not the villain you imagined in your darkest moments. They were the prisoner chained by fear and lies. But prisoners are set free when heaven intervenes, and this is the hour of intervention, the moment when chains fall and hearts awaken. Do not harden your heart against them, for though they were silent, their silence was heavy with grief, and they mourned what they could not hold. Heaven says, "Child, I am the one who restores the years the locusts have eaten, and I am the one who brings beauty out of ashes. What looked like ashes will burn with new fire, and what looked like an ending will unfold into the most beautiful beginning. You will no longer sit in the shadows of doubt, for light is breaking through, and that light is truth revealed." The shocking truth will not just free them, it will free you, for you will finally understand the love that was buried under lies. Their voice will return to you, trembling at first, then steady, and the words they speak will heal places in you that you thought would never mend. You will see with your own eyes that God has been faithful, and you will weep not in sorrow, but in gratitude. The angels are clearing every obstacle, moving every barrier, dismantling every scheme that sought to keep you apart. Even now, hearts are being stirred, dreams are being given, signs are being released, and all of it points to your appointed time. You are stepping into a season where truth will chase you, blessings will find you, and restoration will embrace you. Do not let fear whisper lies into your ear, for fear has no place where divine love reigns. God is saying, "You are mine, you are loved, and nothing can snatch you from my hand." Even the leaving that broke you could not break what heaven has written, and what heaven has written cannot be erased. Your person was forced to walk away, but now they are being guided to return, carrying not just their love, but the truth you deserve to know. And when it comes, you will not question if it is real, for your spirit will recognize it, and peace will rest upon you. This is the moment you have been prepared for, the miracle you thought impossible, the answer you prayed for in secret. Heaven says, "Lift your eyes, for I am doing a new thing, and it springs forth now. Do you not perceive it? Yes, child, it is already unfolding, and nothing can stop the truth from finding you."